Hello everyone. Thank you for joining my Getting Organized in Artisan5. I hope that you'll find it of benefit. I'm recording this webinar in January of 2017 and we've had a lot of snowy days, so I picked a winter day pre-designed page here from the Family Yearbook 1. I will be showing you tonight downloading art kits as well as organizing them. So during this time that I'm recording this webinar, we are having what's called the deal of the day. And so I'm going to go show you how to find those kits and to, again, download them, install them, activate them, and organize them. So let's get started. So I'm going to go over to Google Chrome. My taskbar, I get questions on my taskbar. It's over here on the left-hand side of my screen rather than on the bottom. And that's just the way I like it, to keep all of my programs running at the same time. You'll see that I don't really minimize or maximize anything. I just keep them all opened at the same time. It's because my screen is bigger left to right than it is from the top to the bottom, so that just gives me a little bit more room if I move it to the side. If you want to move your taskbar to the side, go ahead and Google how to do that. It's super easy. All right, so we're over here in Google Chrome. That's my browser of choice for doing my going to Forever and downloading kits and searching for kits. So I'm going to just go over here to forever.com. And we're going to see that it's going to come up with the word deals here in the upper left hand corner. So I'm going to click on that red deals. It's always there, and we have this called deal of the day. So we're going to click on shop now, and today's deal, today is Monday, January 30th. This kit, Enjoy the Ride, is one of my all-time favorites because it can work for amusement parks, Disney, carnivals, circuses, anything you want. So I'm going to click on this, Enjoy the Ride, and I've already purchased this kit. If I wanted to keep looking at it, I would add it to my wish list, which I'll talk to you about again in just a second. If I wanted to purchase it, if I hadn't already purchased it, I would add it to my cart, put in the code that is over there under deals, which happens to be deal of the day for 50% off. But when I go and look at a kit, I like to go and view the PDF. It'll just say Kit Preview PDF. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to bring up everything in the kit, and as you can see, it's darling with word art and of course bows, because every kit has bows, and wonderful papers. Now a lot of times when I bring up a kit, it doesn't show it big enough for me, so if you hold down the control key on your keyboard and hit the plus key anytime you're on the World Wide Web, the internet, and hit the plus key, it'll make your screen nice and big. If you hit the minus key, it will make it smaller. So that will help you when you're looking at these PDF files to see if it's a kit that you want to get. So this would be, for example, a kit that I would for sure want because of it has all those embellishments, beautiful papers, and it's just a fabulous kit. So now after I added it, I would then proceed to, you can keep things in your account after you purchase it. You don't have to download it right away, but let's say that we are ready to download it. So I'm going to, in the upper right hand corner, I'm going to click on Account, and if you go to your order history, that will show your kits in chronological order. If you go to Downloads, it will show them in alphabetical order. So we're going to go over to Order History, and I have purchased that kit that was the kit for the day quite a while ago because it's fabulous, but I just purchased over the weekend this kit called Classic Layout Bundle 1. So now I'm ready to download it. So I would click on download. Now this is going to download quite quickly, and you're going to see it just go super fast. It will come up and say that it has installed it, and it will come up and say installing kit. It was just that fast. Now if it doesn't say installing for you, you're going to want to, let's come down here to this one, Great Escape Travel Scrapbooking Collection, another fabulous kit. They all are, or I wouldn't buy them. And I'm going to click on Download. And over here in the lower left-hand corner, it's ticking away Great Escape Travel Package Kit. If it doesn't come up and automatically install, when it's finished downloading, you would click on it. It will take you to where you can then put it in your Downloads folder. You can also try you can also try double clicking to install it, and it will, that's another way to get it in there, and then I'll show you momentarily how to import that kit. So that came up and said installing. All right, so then you're going to also want to copy the activation code. So I'm going to drag my mouse along here and right click and copy because I want to activate it as well. Now let's go learn how to bring it into Artisan. So over in Artisan, if it doesn't automatically install, I'm going to click on my welcome screen here, and we can click on import content right here and bring it in, which is going to work the exact same way as this other way I'm going to show you. So I'm going to click on manage content. Manage content is the way to come in to organize all of your content, and this is where we'll be spending our time today. So this button right here, import content, will allow me to go get that kit if it didn't automatically install. So I would click on Commercial Art Kit. It would take me to my downloads folder, and then I could click on I had already downloaded it, as you can tell. I could click on Classic Layout if I hadn't brought it in yet, and then click on Open, and it would bring it into Artisan for me. I've already brought it in, so I'm not going to do that, but that's how you would go and bring in a kit. To activate it, you click on Activation Codes, and this will actually unlock the kit. So to do that, you click on Add a New Code, you right click and paste, and click on OK, and it will activate those kits for you. Another thing that's really important while we're here is to make a backup copy of your codes. So after you've added a few new codes, please click on Make a Backup Copy of My Codes. This will make a little TXT file in your documents that will save you hours and hours of time and save you lots of money because you can just grab all of those codes and paste them right back into the activation codes if you ever needed a new computer, if you ever got a new computer or needed to do something different on your system and install differently. So I'm going to click on, to do that, I clicked on Make a Backup Copy, and I'm going to click on File, Save. It's disconcerting because it doesn't really show anything, but it saved a little TXT file back in my documents that would then have a backup of all my codes that I could copy and paste in and be back in business in no time. I'm going to give you my email address at the end of the webinar for you to email me, and I will send you directions of how to back up the actual kits themselves, because this backups the codes to unlock them, but not backing up the kits themselves, which is very important to do, and will save you, again, a lot of time if you do that, and anxiety. All right, so the first question I do get asked is, how do I know if I already have the kit or not? How do I even know? So there's several ways to do that. Again, you'd want to come into your Manage Content. So here we are on our bar here of under Content, and you would go in, and I like to keep all of my commercial art kits in the default folder of commercial art kits. This is a folder that Artisan5 creates. I don't make a lot of other library kits. I'm going to explain library to you in just a moment, but I primarily use this one, and that works well because that's the design of the program. So I want to make sure that when I download a kit, it automatically goes here. So to do that, I do this drop-down arrow, and I click on Make Default Location for Imported Kits. If this is grayed out, it means that that's where, when you download a kit from forever, it will automatically go there. So for example, if you have your kits on an external hard drive, you would want to browse to that external hard drive in this library here and tell it to make it the default location. So how do we know if we have a kit or not? The first thing to do is come over here to Commercial Art Kits, and I'm going to hit this little triangle. This is a Windows command, and right now all of my commercial art kits are collapsed, the list of them. So I'm going to hit that triangle, and it will open everything up. You will see this in all programs. Clicking it once expands it, clicking it again collapses it. So I could come down here and look alphabetically and see if I have the kit that I want to go purchase, or I could look at it on the kit list here, and that works great. Both of those are a little bit slower for me, so but they work fine. Another way you can do it is you can click on activation codes, and you can click on this word unlocked kits, and it will sort your kits alphabetically. So it's going to put the kits at the top that I need to re-download here, and then it will just start alphabetically of your kits. So that's a fast way to get a list. Another way to do it that is my favorite is to go to where the kits are at. So this is in the Public Documents Commercial Art Kits folder is where these kits are located in our Windows file. So I'm going to click on that link, and it's going to take me to my commercial art kits. And then you can sort it alphabetically by name. So the first way will be from A to Z, and then from Z to A, just clicking on the word name there. Or under date modified is my favorite, because I like to see what I recently brought in, if I brought it in or not, because I let my kits sit in my account for a long time sometimes. So these are the kits that I recently downloaded. Now, Great Escape Travel Scrapbooking Kit is a duplicate. I had already brought that in. So I'm just going to right click and delete it. And I know it's a duplicate because of the parenthesis, one parenthesis. So this, I'm right clicking and deleting these kits. Now this kit is one that I downloaded on Saturday and Friday. You can see here back on January 26th a whole bunch of kits. I didn't go buy all those kits and download them. I love kits, but I didn't buy all those kits. When you have a date next to a kit and you know that you didn't just recently brought it in, it's because you have tagged the kit. The tags stay with the kits in Artisan5, which I don't know if you understand how cool that is, but when you have a kit and you've tagged it, when you bring it into a new computer, the tags stay with it, which is fantastic. So again, if you click on the date modified, it will do it from your earliest date to your latest, and then your latest date to your earliest, and that's one way that I love doing that. All right, so that is one way to know if you already have the kit. And let's talk about the difference between our actually, let's go back to forever.com and just do a little bit more searching around in there of our fabulous digital art. So I'm going to go back to Chrome, and let's say that I want to buy another kit, but I don't want to search through our thousands of kits. So let me show you a way to really hone in on the kits that you're after. So I'm going to click the word products here, and I'm going to go to digital art. And let's say that you were looking for something specific. Now, I love pocket cards. They're things that you can drop in on a page that will give you some decoration and also a place to do journaling. So you'll see me use that today. So I'm going to type in pocket cards. Of course, it's already there. I'm going to search, and it's going to bring up all of the kits that have pocket cards in it. So I'm going to scroll down, and there are 5 pages worth of pocket cards. So I could scroll through those, but let's say that I was specifically after Halloween pocket cards. So I could come over here to holidays and seasons and hit the plus key to expand this and click on Halloween. And so then it would show me the pocket cards just for Halloween. I won't take the time here to go through all the options here under themes and holidays and styles and so forth, because that we want to get to organizing. But I am just going to show you one other quick thing is, let's say that you wanted to look at pre-designed pages. So I'm going to go into content type, and I'm going to go to pre-designed layouts. And so it's going to bring up the pre-designed layouts, and there's 67 pages of them. And so I'm gonna narrow it down again and just go into, for example, let's pull up just Christmas pre-designed pages. So that now I'm just looking at 6 pages worth of Christmas pre-designed pages. You can do it by price if you want to just go, obviously people love to come in here and look at our freebies, and so under that would be under price, and then you could go to your free and just have a lovely time with all of our pages and pages of free kits. Now, when you come to a kit that you like, so let's go back over here to pocket cards, and let's just do that again and search. let's go take a look at this Frosted Flakes one. It's winter time here, so I want to go take a look. So I'm going to take a look at these cards. I'm going to go into the preview. That's kind of little, so I'm going to hit my Control plus key to make them bigger. And of course, freaking cute. So I love them. But I'm not really sure if I want to get them right now. So I'm going to add them to my wish list. And so there it goes into my wish list, and I could just go on and shop and add them to my wish list. Now don't be shocked with my wish list because I love digital art, so there's going to be a lot in there. But now let's say I'm ready to purchase and decide which ones that from all that I've added to my wish list I want to get. So I'm going to go into my account, I'm going to go into my order history, which is chronological, just remember that, and then I'm going to go into wish list. And then I could go through all of these kits that I've added to my wish list and add them to the cart, check out, download, and activate. Now you own your kits. It's not like the software that has to be activated. So if you've bought a kit, it's yours for the rest of your life. You just have to have the code to unlock it. That's different than activating it. It's if you have old art kits from before, you just need the code to unlock it. It doesn't matter that previous companies aren't there anymore. Okay, so we've talked about the deal of the day and wish lists and finding kits and the Control plus key. I'm looking at my list. Downloading, importing, activation codes, and saving codes, and making it your default. All right, let's go to how do we organize? Woohoo! Here we go. So I'm going to go over to Artisan5. Now the first thing that the first way to organize is by library. These are actual physical folders on your computer that you can put kits in and organize right. These are Windows folders. Now I'm going to suggest that you go over to Pixels to Pages. This is a training website of ours that's fantastic for how to use Windows, Artisan, Historian, take better photos, do better journaling. It's this fantastic training site. There's lots of free things on here that I'm going to show you right now, or if you want to get 24/7 help, if you want detailed information on all of this beautiful stuff that you see here, it's just $15 a month or $160 a year. So make sure you talk to your ambassador about that, and she can help you get that subscription that you will absolutely love. But I'm going to show you, if you go over here to Getting Started with Artisan5, there are several videos here and handouts to help you get moving with Artisan5, from starting a page to printing a project to organizing content. So under handouts is one on organizing your content, and there's also one under videos. There's a short video of how to set up and organize your own kits. In there it will explain libraries, categories, and tags. Today we're going to focus on categories and tags because that's my favorite way of organizing. So let's go back. So this is really important to remember this, to bring up your categories. The way that I like to do my categories is to bring up the list over here on the right, because these are categories that I've made, and I'll show you how to make a category. But what's beautiful about it is it will show you can add a kit to as many categories as you want all at once. So I'm going to show you how that works. So to bring up this list over here on the right, I clicked on the words commercial art kits, and then I clicked on a kit. And as soon as I clicked on any kit, this list on the right of my categories came up. And I'll send you a list of my categories. You can set them up however you want. So I'm now going to go over to my categories, and I'm going to expand them out, and here are my categories. I have a #1 favorites category, and I put the hashtag in front of it so it filtered up to the top, and these are some of my favorite kits. If you have a project that you're currently working on that you want to just keep going back to the same kits, make a current projects category. So you can see some of my categories here. I've made several pretend ones for these particular webinars, but these are an example of mine. So I'm going to go into kits not in any category, and these are going to be the ones that I do need to categorize. So I'm going to click on this one right here, Beautifully something or another, and Beautifully Bojo Journal Blends. Okay, so I can see if I want to see it bigger, I can select it, and it will I could double click on it and will show me what's in that kit. So now I'm going to go back over to my not in any category, excuse me, and I'm going to go over to kits because I want to see the full kits, because categories are where you put the full kit. The entire kit goes into the category. Tags are going to be individual elements that you can pull from kits. So I can see I want this beautifully, however you say that, kit, and I made a purple for Lily because she loves the color purple. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and I could also put it in my spring and Easter because it looks flowery to me. If I had a girl kit, let's go ahead and make a girl kit. Let's make a little girl kit. There's category, excuse me, category. So to do that, you can come over here to the words My Categories and do the drop down and say add a category, and we could say little girls. All right, and now I have a category over here, little girls. I could also come over here, and that one's now been categorized. So let's go over to this one here, almost spring. And of course, let's go into kits not in any category. All right, so all I want for Christmas. All right, so let's say, obviously I have a Christmas category, so I'm going to mark that right now, but let's pretend I didn't. I like to put a quote sign in front of any time I add a category or kit, just because anytime you add the word, put a quote in front of your words, if you decide to do more than one word, it won't make a separate category for each thing. If I don't have the quote, it would make a little category and a girls category, but I want it to be little girls. So I would hit enter and it would be there. So I don't have, I already have that kit, so let's just go add one. We're going to do Christmas, Children's Christmas. I'm making this up as I go. Okay. Like you would need that, but you don't really. Anyway, so now I have a children's Christmas category, and you can see here, and I could exit it. I could take the kit out of this category this way, or add them in as many places as I want. So this is where you can add them, and you can click to add them there. Now over here is where you can delete. So let's go over here to Children's Christmas, and I don't want this category anymore, so I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to do this drop down arrow, and I can rename it if I want to give it a different name, or just delete it, and I want to delete that category. So that's just a left click with just controlling it right here. But if I click open, expand out my Christmas and New Year's and winter, you're going to see kit after kit after kit in that category, and I'm going to show you what that means in the actual project itself. So here's where you can add with the clicking there, and here's where you can see those that have not been categorized. And so this is what I've decided about organization. I need to take up watching TV, because when I'm working out, I've been working out because of the winter weather in the office on YouTube on my computer, and they keep saying, while you're watching TV, go do your squats and your crunches, and I'm like, that's what I need to do. I need to start watching TV so I can work out. And I hear my friends go, well, this would be a great thing to do while I'm watching TV. So go watch TV and organize your categories. Do I categorize everything? I wish, but I just don't have time. My primary thing to organize, of course, is my photos. So I don't worry too much about it. I just, when I have a kit that I love, I make sure I stop and categorize it. So All That Glitters is a beautiful sparkly gold one, so I'm just going to add that to celebrations. I can come over here to All I Want for Christmas and add that to Christmas and so forth. All right, now those are categories. Now we're going to jump down to tags. Tags I use a little bit more than categories, although I use them both equally as well. So I want to go and tag that kit, Enjoy the Ride, that is the deal of the day today. So I'm going to go down to enjoy, and you could go to content not tagged, but to me this would be a little overwhelming because there would be thousands of things. So I'm going to go by specific kits. So I'm going to go back up here and grab my I'm going to grab that Enjoy the Ride one. So here we go. But you can see in the tags that you do it by paper, embellishment, alpha set, or pre-designed pages. So Enjoy the Ride bundle. Okay, so as soon as I click on something, it will bring up all of my tags. Now, anything that has a hashtag in front of it is one that I have created. And I put a special character at the front of the tag to filter it up to the top. So you could use an exclamation mark or an @ or anything like that, @ and it will filter it to the top, because the ones here on the bottom, some of these I've made that you can see down here, but most of them were from a previous company that was tag freaking happy, and so they became unuseful. Weren't very useful to me because they became so cluttered. So for example, just like categories, I can come over here and rename and delete my tags and add one. So I could do the drop down and add a tag. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. And I can come down here now. Tags and categories they take up literally almost no room on your computer. So don't worry about categorizing and tagging taking up room on your computer, because they don't. But see, down here are some tags that some I might have created over time. A lot are from other artists. So for example, I'm going to click on the tag black. Well, that's not necessarily helpful to me because they, if it had black in it, it added it. So that's my example. Now I don't delete the tag because I can grab things from it and put it in my own black tag, for example. But I want you to see that I've started to create my own tags that are nice and clean of the things that I really enjoy from individual kits. So let's go learn how to do that. So I'm going to go back to Enjoy the Ride I think this is now the third time I've done this to you guys. So I'm going to go to Enjoy the Ride bundle, and oh look, there's buttons. What a shock. But I'm going to go over to All and see the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to hover over this and preview it and see if I want to tag this. I do not tag everything. But that one to me is plaid, so that's just how my brain works. You might go, she's weird, but that's fine. That's just how mine works. So I'm going to click plaid, and now that piece of paper will be tagged with the word plaid, and it's part of the kit now. That tag will be in my kit, and anytime that wants to come up would make me feel a lot better. So I can select more than one piece of paper at a time. I could, if I wanted to do all of these, I could click on, this plaid, hold down my control key and hit that plaid, and now both of those are, and I could click and click that tag, or I can use my shift key and grab a whole series and tag them, whatever I want to do. So I do not tag everything. Every kit, I swear, has buttons and bows and flowers in it and hearts. So I'm very, very particular about my buttons and bows and flowers because did I mention that every kit has them? So I'm going to click on, to me, I just absolutely love banners. So I'm going to click on that one because I want to make sure I grab that banner. So I'm going to come over here and mark this for the banner. Not necessarily going crazy over these buttons and brads, but I could just come over here and grab these 3 brads and come over here and mark my brads tag, and I'll show you how those work. I can grab all my balloons and go over here to birthday or celebration, and I can put them in as many tags as I want. Just check, 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 and it won't take hardly any room. So that's a cute one too, and I need to sneeze. Okay, so on we go. Okay, so here's some cute frames. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that was not very nice. Okay, so I'm going to grab those 3 and come over here to frames and mark that. Okay, so now and arrows. Love arrows. Okay, see, now you've got me. Now you've got me going. I can't stop. So I'm going to grab and those and put them in my arrows. Now when I go back and click on the arrows, you'll see. All right, but let's say I want to make my own tag. So let's click on this guy. That's a cute little string or rope. So do I have a string tag? I don't. So I'm going to make a string tag. So I'm going to do a quote sign, and I'll send you this documentation of how this works because it's going to have more than one word in it. And my special character is the hashtag, and then I like to put a space, and then I'm going to do string. And you can have as many tags as you want. There's no limit to those. And again, I'm very particular about my bows and my buttons. Oh, darn, look how cute these are. So I'm going to grab all of these little tags, and I'm going to make a new amusement park one. I don't think I have amusement. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make Disney because to me, that's what I'm really after. So I'm going to just do hashtag Disney. Okay? And I could put these in any place that I want. So I could also make a Disney word art, an amusement park word art tag, whatever I found to be helpful there. All right, now let's go learn how to go and use these in an actual project. So I'm going to go back to my 2017 book, and I have grabbed some pictures here from when we were playing in the snow when my daughter was here, and have made this page and dragged and dropped them in. Okay, now I could certainly go and put another photo in there, but I want to journal how Danielle, well, you'll see. I'll journal it really quick. So I've already used the photos that I want on this page. So now I'm ready. I want to put in a pocket card. So I'm going to click on my content, and I'm going to hit my left arrow to bring up all of my categories and kits. So the first thing I could do is I could come over here to my categories, and which I'm on, and I could come down here to, I've got Christmas and New Year's and winter all together. So you might want to separate these out and have a winter category and a Christmas separate. So this is just the way I've done it. When I click on the full kit category name, every piece of paper in this whole category, because look at all these kits in here, every single piece of paper in all of those kits comes up because I'm on papers. I'm on papers right here, or I could go over to embellishments, and that one that I just recently tagged is coming up first. So it's just going to be embellishment after embellishment that just goes on and on and on because I selected the entire category. So back over here to papers, I could scroll down, and I could find a piece of paper to make the background here, so I'll just right click and make this the background for this page. Or if I wanted a specific kit within the category, I would just come down here to my Christmas, and then here would be all the specific kits. So I could then go over to that glitter ice digital kit and just be specific for that kit. So the categories, the beauty of a category is it brings up, when you're on the title name, it'll show you everything to do with that category, or you could go to a specific kit within the category. Okay, tags works the same way. Tags does not work the same way. So I'm going to expand out my tags. And now the tags are going to be pulling in the embellishments from separate kits. So this is specifically what I loved about the kit, and it has nothing to do about the whole kit. It's just what I liked to pull out from the kit. So I'm going to come down here to my pocket cards, and it's not bringing up anything because I'm in papers, and pocket cards are embellishments. So I'm going to click on embellishment, and I'm just going to scroll down here and find something that I want to do on this page. So look, there's a penguin. So I'm going to drag and drop that into a photo holder here. And so there's my decoration for the page, and then I could go insert a text box. Now because it's a photo, because I put it in a photo holder in this situation, I could expand this out. I could move it around. I can make it, whatever I wanted. So we don't need such a big penguin there. So now I could insert my text box. So insert text. And obviously I could go and make it any font, any color I wanted, but we'll just keep it quick here. And so Danielle was very, and I can't type when I'm recording, was very creative and made Lily's snow pants out of a kitchen garbage liner. All right, then I could, of course, put this over here, or I can put it here with the title, whatever. That's not the purpose of today's webinar, is journaling, but that's just an example of a quick decoration and some journaling, and my page is done. So let's review that you've got your tags, and if you find an embellishment that you love that you want to tag when you're working with your kits. So let's do Be Merry here, and let's say I love this candy cane, so I'm going to add this to my page. Now I can't tag it here in the project itself. I have requested that 100 times, well, okay, 5, and I want to go tag this candy cane. So I'm just going to hover over it, and it says that it's from the Be Merry digital kit. So I'm going to go back over here to content, and I'm going to go over to the Be Merry digital kit. Be Merry digital kit. How many Be Marys do we have? Right there. And I would scroll down, and I would grab this candy cane. I would make sure it's in my Christmas category, and then, oh look, it has been tagged. So it's under Christmas cream, red ribbons, la la la. Okay, so because this is an older kit that the artist from a previous company went crazy with. So I'm going to go put it in my own Christmas kit and select it right there. Now back in my projects, it's going to be under my own Christmas tag rather than all those. It'll still be under all those other tags that I can find it, but I want it under my specific one. All right, let me look at my list. And so you can tag on the left and on the right and categorize. So let's just review that really quick. I'm going to go over to my categories, and let's say that this one right here, my All-American bundle, I want to go and put, it's in the summer and 4th of July tag. But let's say that I want it over in my favorites. So I'm going to hold down my left mouse button, and I can drag and drop it right over here into my #1 favorites. Okay, so you can drag and drop kits, or you can select kits and tag them over here with the check mark. So for example, this one right here, let's just review it, and this is a bunch of chevrons. So I can then come over here to my categories, and I can make a chevron tag. I mean category. I have a chevron tag, so I could add a category, and I could do chevrons. And anytime there's chevrons in the kit, I could add it to that category. So so now when we click on here, we can again see that over here on the right hand side are our categories, and are here on the left. So here you click. Over here, if you want to add them, you drag and drop, and here's where you can go and rename your categories, delete kits out of the categories. This is where you manage your categories, and your tags is over here on the left. But both ways you can drag and drop over on the left, and you can check mark on the right. I hope that makes sense. So there's always in Artisan, there's 2 or 3 ways of doing the same thing. All right, back in your project, one more thing here that I wanted to show you is if you want to make your kit look larger, you can go ahead and drag your bar here and make it bigger, and then down here, if you click on this one down here, it'll make you can see a lot more embellishments or pages or photos. This will do medium size, and this will do large. So this works for not only your content but your photos and your pages. So if you wanted to see your pages nice and big over here, and so this is there's a button here that you can expand and enlarge, and then you can take your arrow here and make your screen as big or as little for your content and your photos and your pages as you want, and control the size down there. All right. All right, so once again, if you would like to email me, I can send you some information on how to back up your art kits and a couple of little things that we discussed today. My email is madelineBrownell@gmail.com. I sure appreciate your time today and hope that this was helpful. We will do another webinar on how to set up personal art kits, but today it was on tagging and categorizing and organizing your commercial art kits. Thank you so much for joining and being part of Forever. Bye-bye.